Hey guys, so this is a short video on how to configure vSphere Plus and what is vSphere Plus. So I was just reading through a few things and I also have a 15 days of trial version to explore vSphere Plus. So thought let me make a short video. So first thing is what are the challenges which vSphere Plus is addressing? So some of the challenges here is fragmented infrastructure, slow innovation, and then CapEx versus the APEX model, which means in fragmented infrastructure, say for example, as a customer, you have multiple vCenters spread across globe. And how do you manage that? How do you get the security posture for all the vCenters? So you need a central way of doing things. Definitely, we have features like enhanced link mode, which can have multiple vCenter put together in a single pane of window. But then imagine, you have too many vCenters which is spread across. So how do you handle such situations from a centralized console? So that's the first one. Then flow innovation. So this one basically refers to the application modernization thing. So as you know, like all the enterprise are looking forward to app modernization. So they kind of develop codes based on these containers, Kubernetes platform. So how is that addressed with vSphere Plus? And the third one is the CapEx versus OpEx. This is very important because they are twofold to vSphere Plus. One is the technical things which we are just discussing, and the second one is the licensing, the way the license has changed in vSphere Plus. So these two together is vSphere Plus. One is the technical changes, the other one is the licensing. So CapEx versus OpEx. So if you want to buy something and if you want to pay upfront for the entire cost of the product, right? So that's going to be a complete capital investment on the product. But when you go for OpEx kind of model, it's a subscription-based model, like your phone bill or your electric bill. You pay for what you use and you subscribe till when you need the services, something like that. So you did not do a huge amount of capital investment upfront. Now, with vSphere Plus, benefits are you get enhanced operation efficiency through a central cloud console. So, if you have already used the VMware Cloud Console, which I'll be showing in you a live demo. Basically, Cloud Console is a portal where you have some of the cloud services registered, which VMware offers. So you will have vSphere Plus or vSAN Plus part of it, where you can access and manage all your vCenters. So next one is transforming existing virtual infrastructure into enterprise-ready Kubernetes platform, which means when you opt for vSphere Plus, right, which is a licensing plus these kind of benefits, you have Tanzu standard runtime included in it, and you also get integration with cloud. When I say cloud, it's VMware Cloud, and this one takes care of life cycle of your vCenter, which means when you do vSphere Plus configuration in your infrastructure, you still will be managing your vCenter. Your vCenter will be still there. Your ESXi will be still there. There will be no change to your on-prem infrastructure. But with vSphere Plus, since it's a cloud console, it's a SaaS offering from VMware. You also have a benefit where VMware will help you to do the life cycle of your vCenter, just the vCenter, not the ESXi host or virtual machines. So if there's any update of your on-prem vCenter, you can trigger and do it through the vSphere Plus or your cloud console. And then it's a keyless deployment and management, which means for the current infrastructure, you'll be using the license key, right? So we are coming out of that. There is no key required anymore. And then you have unlimited vCenter deployment. So when you go for vSphere Plus, right, it's completely based on per core licensing model. So here you generally now as an on-prem user, if you have 10 ESXi host and then you have one vCenter, you have to pay for vCenter and then for ESXi host licensing separately. But with vSphere Plus, the vCenters are free, and then you just need to pay for the ESXi, and that's based on the core licensing. So as I said, with vSphere Plus, it's a subscription model. So when I say subscription model, let's dig down into the licensing, how it works, right? So first thing is it's a subscription-based model. So far, if you guys are familiar with the vSphere license, how it works, if I have a physical host with two CPU, then we have to buy two CPU license from VMware. And this is capped at 32 cores per CPU. If one CPU has more than 32 cores, then you have to buy two license, something like that. So this is how the CPU license used to work. But for the core based, it is like per core based licensing, and you have to start off with minimum 16 cores. So no matter in a CPU you have 8 cores, still you have to buy 16 because that's the minimum core license for this model. And you also have like cloud based model where you can have 1 year, 3 year, or 5 year subscription, and the support is included. In the previous version of licensing, you have to buy license plus support separately, but with this subscription, you have the support is also included. Now, what you need to do is to have this working, you need to deploy a VMware Cloud appliance in your on-prem infrastructure. So how it works on a high level, say for example, you have your vCenter server, and this is on-prem, yeah. And then this one, say, it has multiple ESXi hosts. And this one is your VMware Cloud Console. Now you need to have a connection between these two things. So that's where your VMware vCenter Cloud Gateway comes into play. This is a small appliance, which is a regular appliance which VMware offers for any product. You deploy it in your on-prem infrastructure, and this one gets registered to your vCenter, and then from there it talks to your VMware Cloud on a secure channel. Now, one vCenter Cloud Gateway, right, can have up to 8 vCenters attached to it. So let's see. I have prepared a demo. It's going to be a live configuration, so I'm not sure how well it goes, but let's go ahead and check something live. Now, first thing is to deploy your Cloud Gateway, you download the ISO from VMware portal, and once you download that, it's just like your vCenter or any other appliance deployment. It's a very simple one. So this Cloud Gateway you have to deploy in your on-prem. So you just say deploy Cloud Gateway, accept the license, and then provide the vCenter details. I've already done, but I'm just going through this wizard. So you just provide your place where you need to install and the host and the name of your Cloud Gateway appliance. Okay. And then you can enable thick mode by choose thin disk mode and the data store, the networking settings. Next. Okay, because I'm using this already, so it is giving me some error. I'll just give next. Okay, and then time sync you can synchronize with host. When you do finish, it will automatically deploy the appliance. It's so straightforward, simple, which I've already done. So I don't want to run through this now. Now let me go back to my other screen. This, okay. All right, so we are here, and I have a simple vCenter. I have a vCenter with two hosts, and my cloud gateway is running. It's for this demo purpose itself, and some links which I will also post it in the video description. Basically, this is the system requirement. This one guide will help you out with the entire configuration of vSphere Plus, like what is the minimum vCenter version ESXi required, and the compatibility. So you need to check, because you cannot just go register all your vCenter for vSphere Plus, like what are the versions, so you can have this interoperability metrics to do that check. And regarding the license, as I mentioned, right, this link also I will share, where if you have one CPU with 8 cores, you still need to buy 16 because 16 is the minimum order value. So something like that, it will explain you in more detail. And okay, so this is the cloud portal to log in and get connected. Plus, you also have 15 days trial. You can try this option. And there's a beautiful VMware hands-on lab, which can also be explored. So let me start now with okay, since the cloud gateway is already deployed, right? I'm going to connect to this now. So I will copy this and let's start the basic configuration. This is the URL. So you need to put your cloud gateway FTDN port 5480 and the gateway-platform thing. Once you're there, get started. So step one is connect to your cloud gateway. So because you have the subscription, you're trying to establish a connection between your on-prem cloud gateway appliance, which you just deployed in your on-prem infrastructure to VMware Cloud Console. So it'll ask you to log in with the root credentials of your cloud gateway appliance to authenticate. So once you log in, the system will do the appliance will do some pre-checks to see if the DNS is correct. You have a proper network connectivity to talk to your VMware Cloud Console and the NTP server. So all this checks. So once this is completed, you can go next. And you get this code. So this code will be used to authenticate your cloud console. So when you say launch VMware Cloud in a new tab, it will launch VMware Cloud Services, and you need to log in with your subscription account. So this is mine. So once you log in, it will ask you to copy the code. So let's have this copied. Yes, this is my organization, and then the code, submit. P98. Yeah, this is the one. Not sure why it is. Maybe let me try again. So let me refresh this. Oh, okay. I know why. So this one I have also seen in one HOL lab, if I'm not wrong. I forgot where exactly. Basically, the code gets connected, but then it gives you that error that it was incorrect or something. But when you come back and refresh this, you would see that it is receiving packages. So which means the connection is already made. So this one is going to take some time. So I will pause the video and come back. Okay, so the connection is made, and we saw previously it was showing retrieving packages. Now it's moved on to installing packages. And this one will also take some time. So let me pause and get back once this is done. All right, guys. So I think it took more than 30 minutes. I see the screen. It logged me off. Let me sign back in. Not sure what's the current status because I had to go off the screen and come back. All right, I think it's completed. Yeah, so it easily takes more than 30 minutes plus to have this portion completed. The first step where it go connects to the VMware Cloud Console and retrieve some package, install some package. So that's a very big process. I thought it takes some time, but then 30 plus minutes. Now, the second step is connect vCenters or your VMware Cloud Foundation instance. So I have vCenter in my on-prem. I'll go ahead and connect that. So you can have up to 8 vCenters connected to one cloud appliance. Now let me use, let's see, vCenter 8 dot. So I'm adding my this vCenter to the Cloud Gateway appliance. Okay, next. Following vCenter will be connected to VMware Cloud. I have now connect one vCenter. So if you go and look at the document, right, we have an option. You can connect up to 8 vCenter instance on each Cloud Gateway appliance. So let's wait for the communication status to complete, and then we can go to VMware Cloud and explore the options like how things look like. While we're waiting for this, okay, it is connected. I just want to show one more thing. VMware vSphere Plus comes in two flavor as on today. One is vSphere Plus, and then we also have vSphere Plus Standard. So vSphere Plus is the highest version. So here you have your vSphere Enterprise Plus, your vCenter Standard, and as I said, right, it enables developers to use the Kubernetes platform. So you have Tanzu Kubernetes Standard version, and then the project Monterey. This is the DPU based processing, and then you have these ones, which is the cloud delivered features, right? These are like TMC, when this is Tanzu Mission Control, where you can manage your on-prem instance of Tanzu platform. So I'm not sure, like the this one comes with the essential version, not the highest TMC version. So you have to review the features of what essential version covers. But overall, if you see, right, you get like multi VC management, vCenter lifecycle management, and all the other things part of vSphere Plus. And with vSphere Plus Standard, which is one version below vSphere Plus, you get these options, whatever you see on the screen. All right, now let's go and connect to the cloud to check our on-prem, what it shows on cloud, how it looks like, the inventory, and what's new. Okay, as you see, the trial will end in 13 days. So I exactly wanted to do this before that ends. Later, I will not be able to do the demo. Okay, yeah. So we can see I have one vCenter. Now this is to check what are the services you're using right in VMware Cloud. When you click on this, under my services, you would see all these options. So for me right now, I have only the trial version of vSphere Plus. So if I click on that option, it takes me to the vSphere Plus screen, where we have a launchpad and then inventory. In the inventory, we can see I have one vCenter which is connected, and it gives the detail like it's one cluster, two hosts, two VMs, and what's the CPU, memory, storage of the overall vCenter. So from here, you can open vCenter, you can go and view details of your inventory, like what's the events which is triggered, and is there any compliance drift. So right now I don't have any profile created, but you get an idea, right? Now imagine you have like 10 to 20 vCenters, and instead of logging into each one to check something, you can come here and log in, and you can connect all the vCenters. Now, now if you want to get the cloud gateway appliance, you can also do it from here. You just need to click add deployment and on-premise deployment. It'll allow you to download the cloud gateway appliance here. Right now, subscription usage, because I'm currently using the trial version, I don't have anything. If not, it'll give you that information. In the infrastructure operations, it'll, this is a good thing, right? It pulls from all your vCenters and it shows what are the errors warning. Just like a cloud, when you go to cloud, you get options to use the monitoring tool for the entire cloud stack, something like that. So you go to events, and then you can see what exactly failed, privilege check. So, and how do we fix that? I don't know if there's any recommendations, but yeah, missing permission view. Yeah. So then if you go to the security thing, this is very important. Like, it will advise us on what exactly, like, for example, the easy one, if I have to pick, disable SSH. So I have enabled SSH. So it's asking me, SSH is enabled maybe on three affected objects. So how do we fix that? So it gives us an KB article. It also shows the affected item, like one vCenter and two hosts. Now I can follow the KB and go and fix that. Now the next one is the desired state configuration. This is something which is like similar to your host profile, wherein you can, capture one vCenter's configuration and can apply to the other vCenter, something like that. I haven't gone full detail, but if you see, right, create a desired state profile. So first thing is, you will create a profile, then assign the profile to the other vCenters, and then do the compliance check, similar to your host profile configuration. So we can explore on these as well, but not in this video. This is just an introduction. Now here you can also see the VMs, like how many VMs I have in total. Now the good thing about is, if you have multiple vCenters, if you want to create a VM, right, you can use this option, create VM, and then you can choose to which vCenter you want to create. So it's like a, maybe if you guys have used vRealize automation, where you can create a VM from a template to multiple endpoints. It can be AWS, Azure, or your vCenter, something similar to that. So this Cloud Console gives you an option to create VM directly from here without even going to your vCenter, and you can do it at any vCenter. So you have the automation of creation VM, then to maintain the desired state for the compliance and security purpose of your organization, one vCenter, you can do all these changes, take the profile and assign it to the other ones and check the compliance. And here, this basically monitoring about your overall infrastructure, security aspects, and inventory. It shows, your how many vCenters you have added. All right. So this is something which I now, if you want to add one more vCenter, I do have one vCenter, but that's 6.x. I don't know if it'll work because as per the compatibility guide, it's 7.0 and above. So let me just go try my luck to get an error. So I go back to my cloud gateway appliance and I say connect to my new vCenter and then add vCenter. So let me try to give my 7.x vCenter details. Okay. All right. So far, so good. Connect. Let's see if this works. If this works, then when we go here and then do a refresh, we should be able to see two vCenters. The interoperability for vSphere Plus, if I choose vCenter, it shows 7.0 U3 onwards. So ideally, this one should fail. And it shows connected. Wow. Okay. Let me double check if I am correctly on that version or if my team has upgraded the vCenter already. So I log into the vCenter. And if I go to the vCenter, it's a lab, so you will see a lot of errors. And the vCenter version, let's see. Yeah, it's 6.7. Okay. Maybe it'll not show up in this console. Then let me do a refresh. Yeah. As you see, even though here it shows connected, and when I do a refresh in the cloud console, it does not show that vCenter. Maybe I'll try to launch again. Yeah, in the inventory, it just shows only one, which is the compatible version. Okay. All right. I think, yeah, a little bit. Now let's see if I can go and remove this vCenter. Yes, I can go and disconnect this data. All right, guys. So this is what I wanted to explore, and luckily the live demo worked. So the cloud gateway appliance, the concept is very simple. The cloud gate, your vCenter and on-premise stuff, whatever is there, it still remains as is. All you're doing is you're deploying your vCenter cloud gateway. You're registering your vCenter to that, and from there, when you log in here, it pulls all the data. So the ultimate use cases, if you have multiple vCenters, you can connect and manage it from a single console, and you can create the VMs and other stuff like directly from here. And you can do the security compliance check plus the desired state, which is a very important thing. And we just also learned about why we are going from the current challenges to the vSphere Plus benefits. So to get more information, you can contact your VMware account manager. They will explain you how the licensing can also be upgraded from the regular on-prem license to vSphere Plus. There are a lot of programs going on. So now if you go ahead and enroll, you would definitely get some benefits. Uh, and also, if you see most of the industry, all the products are now going towards the co-based license. So there's a good move. Okay, that's all from my side. Thanks, guys, and have a great day. Bye bye.